Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever your time. Welcome to Peerwith. My name is Yuri, and I am with I work with Peerwith, and I would like to introduce you to the Cockpit application, which we launched a month ago after a successful pilot with a couple of institutions. And I would like to walk through the Cockpit and show you the application and show you how it can be convenient for you. At the end of the webinar, we will have a short question and answer session, so you'll be more than welcome to ask any questions, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Okay, let's start. Peerwith Cockpit. Peerwith Cockpit is a part of our toolkit, of our Peerwith application toolkit, and it's the first application which we released in August. Peerwith Cockpit is a subscription service. That means that the users have to purchase the subscription and just to pay monthly fee, and we will take care of all the support and all the application details. What does it do? At first, it allows you to create your own institutional user group on Peerwith. It is primarily geared towards the educational institutions, not towards the personal users. You can create your own user group. You can create your own landing page. You can allow users to join your institutional user group, and you can easily manage them. You can add new users, you can delete the unwanted users, and you can track whatever they do on the Peerwith marketplace. The idea is to give the users in charge more power to create budgets, to assign budgets, manage budgets, and to simplify the invoicing process for the projects on the Peerwith marketplace. The user who is in charge of the user who is in charge of Peerwith will be given specific permissions from the Peerwith support office. And at the moment when you log into the main Peerwith site, you will see an additional menu item, which is as well as in a drop-down menu, which will lead you to the Cockpit application. So these are the main goals which we would like to reach, which would like to which we would like to provide to the institutional Peerwith users. So you can take your own researchers who use Peerwith already, or who are not using Peerwith already, but who are interested in using Peerwith services. You can manage their applications. You can see. You can compile user statistics. You can see how many projects they post. You can see how much of your budget is already spent. You can view the project details on your private marketplace, and you can have access to the archived projects. The main idea is that the moment your institution starts working with the Cockpit, you can create a budget for your organization. Say you have something like $10,000 US per quarter, and you would like to see what projects are what project do you spend this budget on. You prepay it offer you the service level agreement, which guarantee you a certain level of availability and a certain level of support. Then you will see all the incoming budget requests from your researchers who are publishing requests on Peerwith, and you will be able to either accept them or decline them. As a result, you will be able to see the reports and view just overview how much money per researcher is spent, what's the efficiency of the whole process. A part of the Cockpit application, which I will launch in August, is a possibility to simplify the invoicing. When you deal with a marketplace, you have several parties. So you have researchers who would like to use Peerwith services or use expert services on the Peerwith marketplace. Then you have experts, which can be all over the place, and you have the administrator. So these are three roles. The projects doesn't need to be large to be started. With Peerwith Cockpit, we offer you the possibility to start smaller projects, and you can work with various experts in various parts of the world. What we'll do is we'll try to minimize the administration overhead, and we will collect all small invoices, and we will issue a combined invoice once a month for each party who is taking part on the marketplace. So it can save you quite a lot of time in administration, and it can save you quite a significant amount of fees for processing small invoices. Moreover, you will get a very clear overview of who is paying what and who is doing what. So let's start with the way how the Cockpit application proceeds with researchers. One of our partners, the Erasmus University of Rotterdam, has set up a landing page on the Peerwith site, and they offered the possibility for all the researchers to join Peerwith, and you will, let's say, the researchers will come to the landing page on the Peerwith site. They will sign up, and they will appear automatically in the Cockpit application. So right now you see how the Cockpit application works. So I'm now logged in as an administrator. I see on the user tab, we see the new users and we see the existing users, and we can very easily decide who, let's say we can take a look who the people are, and we can decide whether we would like to accept them to our user group or we would like to decline their application. So just with one click, I can confirm the user or I can reject the user. All users who are confirmed by you, they will be able to request budget for their projects on Peerwith. So it's very important that you know people who are you working with. Okay, let's create a budget request and see how it works. You're probably already familiar with the Peerwith website. So I'm now logged in as a customer, as a client, and I'm going to request a service as start a small project. So I click on the request a service button, which is a large blue button on the dashboard. I provide some details about my project. I'm looking for a language editing job in health sciences with about 6,500 words. My level of English, well, I would call it intermediate, and I'm looking for someone who can help me edit my article about the long-term effects of screen usage and addiction in children. It has to be ready by the 8th of September 2018, and I have $600 for this project to be taken care of. I click through. That's a very regular Peerwith post request flow, nothing special here. At the moment when I'm done, I can select one of the or several experts from the Peerwith database, and they will receive an invitation from you, or from me in this case, just to come to the Peerwith website, take a look, and decide whether it's interesting for them to be a part of this project. So the project is posted on a Peerwith website. You see, it is an open project. It's on top of the dashboard. And let's now log out and log in as an expert whom we invited, and take a look how it looks from the expert side. So the expert should respond to the request for quote. The expert watches a list, sees a list of open requests which match the profile. I can view the request, and I can provide a quote. So I say, no, it's fine. My name is Mary in this case, and I see a project of Joe, and he has a budget of $600, and I think I can help Joe with this project for $550 US dollars. So I just create a quote, and I post it on a Peerwith site. The client should approve the quote, should choose the quote out of several quotes which are available, which will be available on the website. We usually keep the number low, something like 3 or 4. We don't want a large list of quotes. So the client logs in, and I'm logged in as a client, Joe Researcher. I see a quote from Jane Scientist for 550 US, which was been just posted a couple of minutes ago, and I think it's a very fair quote. So I accept this quote. I write a short letter to Jane. I click OK, and the quote is accepted. Oh, I'm sorry. Usually, in a regular Peerwith request flow, what I would see here is a button Pay. And I would be presented with an opportunity to pay either by a PayPal or bank transfer or a credit card. For our institutional customers who have a service level agreement with us, we have a special option. If they have a Cockpit, they clients, let's say the researchers who are considered clients in this case, they can request an approval from the institutional administrator to fund this project on Peerwith. So there is a button Request Approval. The moment the user clicks on it, the administrator of the Cockpit website, of the Cockpit application, will get a notification saying that there is a new budget approval request on a Peerwith, and she has to decide whether it's acceptable for the institution to finance this request or not. The user will also get the notification for any action which takes place in the Cockpit. So now it's time for Mary to join the action. So Mary logs into Peerwith, goes to the Cockpit application, and she sees an approval request from Joe Researcher for a project which has been budgeted for 600. There is already a connection, and the current the value of a connection is $550 US dollars. It's language editing and it's health sciences. So Mary can take a look at the message exchange between the expert and a client, or the researcher, between Jane and Joe. She can take a look what's has been discussed, and based on the information which she sees, she can make either a positive or negative decision. In this case, I decided, okay, let's give this Joe, let's pay for this Joe job which Joe would like us to fund. So the request has been accepted, and Joe receives a notification that his budget approval request has been granted. That's more or less how it works. There are lots of nitty-gritty details, but they will probably more interested. If you're interested, we can dive into them, but that's the main flow. So I hope that it gave you an idea about what the cockpit is, what the cockpit can do for your organization, and what Peerwith can do for you. So I would suggest to proceed to the question and answers part. If you want to ask any questions, just raise your hand, and I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Any questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions directly, feel free to contact me. My name is Yuri. My email address is yuri@peerwith.com, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you at Peerwith.